Justin Equinedge, welcome. Happy Fat Tuesday. Fairgrounds Tuesday card, I think, is the only one all me for Fat Tuesday. It's a good one. You got the Mardi Gras Stakes in race 8 on the turf. Um, so I I like a pick 4 here. It's really cheap. You're gonna take the favorite or you're spreading or you gotta do something. But I like Mr. Banderas. I do think that horse can win. A lot of horses can win in this race, in race 2. um I spread deep in race 4, and like I think you have enough coverage in race 5. But if you can get this home with just the 6, oh sorry, it's only 1050. The daily double is a good play. I'm actually playing Twin Spires tournament. I played a daily double. 6 into the 2. It's paying pretty good. It is paying currently 26 to 1. The 6 into the 2 horse. I think the 2 horse in the next race is probably best bet. It would be my perspective, but I think with there's 4 minutes to post, so I was just looking. Sorry. I think that from that perspective, there's opportunity to find good value, though, was kind of my thought process. So, but I do think the 2 in the next race will keep going. I thought it was a single Canal Street. I think that in the sequence, actually, we'll go back to race 1. Not race 1, sorry, race 2. But Hesper, we'll talk about this horse real quick. I didn't get a chance to talk about it, but I think in this race, in my opinion, is super wide open. Here's my comments from EE. It's I think here, I mean, they're going 5.5 in state bred allowance. So let's watch the racing. There is a lot of speed, I think. So, but I think it comes back, honestly, in this race. I think that a 6-horse Hesper just comes from tougher races, and we'll look at that. I mean, the three in my third pick, I was 6, 5, 3. I was surprised that the 5 takes so much action, but I talk about this yesterday. Was a good day, and I won the Twin Spires tournament. Actually, it was pretty amazing at Fairgrounds. So, but I could have hit good early. I saw well early. We had a big long shot. So I think with the 5, Mr. Banderas definitely, but it has burned money here. I mean, Jose Rise, so it's Jose. He gets so many winners for Tom Amos, but burned money in the last 2. Should have won those races. Hesper come from tougher state bred Fairgrounds, and both these state bred allowance, I think, is sit a good outside stalking trip. You're getting 6 to 1. Versus the 5, burn some money. If the speed somehow doesn't materialize, 3 could wire the field. I mean, that was my third pick, but a 6-5-3 there in race 3. I think the 2 Canal Street I see you got 1 minute to post, so I'll watch this and then we'll hop off. But I think Canal Street in the next is a single. It's another state bred allowance, so they have a good card. It's just not. There are some maidens too, but did not break here. Trouble trip big time. Gets back to the dirt, which our genetic strength rating from Equinedge. It says this horse won't go 2 turns on the dirt all day. They get back over to the dirt. I think, using Equinedge GSR and just the perspective here, I think the speed absolutely stops. The 2 in the race him. It's high win percentage. It's going to be a short price, but I think wins the race in race 3. It's definitely my strongest opinion on the whole card, I would say. And we'll talk about it late because it's good. But 6-2 daily double here. We'll see what happens. It was 26-1 on the. It's still 26-1. The 6 into the 2, so we'll see. The 5 just such a short price. The 2 to 5. I thought in race 4, man, this is. I would say this is probably the toughest race on the card, in my opinion. I just don't absolutely trust the 2 horse, but I think can win. But for a main special on the turf, but I was 5-2-8-3, like deep spread in pick 4 though. So we saw that, right? Well, that's not the pick. We don't want to play pick 6 right now, but was just 1050 because I'm just trying, like, if this paid 26-1 and then going into this in race 5, I don't even have the favorite either. So I'm trying to be 2 favorites, but it's only 1050, so it's cheap. All right, they loading, but I thought that in race 4 it was definitely tough. And then I like trying to beat the favorite in race 5. We'll go there. We'll watch this race real quick. It should be quite a bit of speed, I would expect. The 3's fast, taking a lot of money too. The 6 kind of broke slow. That's not good. The 3 should get to the lead pretty easy, which I think it looks like it's going to. I mean, Erica always, she can ride on the front end. We'll see. I worried this horse might stop. The 5's kind of racing in between, not the easiest trip. The 6 is in last after breaking slow. The 4 might win. That's a long shot. The 5 can't get beat. Well, 4 wins, 5-1. Cheap investment though. I do think if we'll keep going now, but I do think that in race 3, we talked about that. I was doubling. This would be my best bet of the card, the 2 horse. We already talked about it, but again, I thought that this you could maybe play. I just played the pick 3. I'd play that back. I like the sequence. I think it still paid pretty good too, because I'm trying to beat a favorite in race 5. So I'd play the pick 3 back. I think in race 5, I like the 3 horse quite a bit. The 1 horse, 22 black for Kenny, could wire the field for sure. Brian Hernandez rides. I think this horse could wire the field. It hasn't been on the lead, and it definitely could get there. If not, I'm trying to beat the 5, who's the favorite, Flash of Chaos. This would be my vulnerable favorite on the card, I think. Well, we have another one in the Mardi Gras Stakes. We'll talk about that. But I think that here, this horse burned money. Jose ride for Peter, but burned money in a 42 and a 48. I just think, I mean, this is a great spot that Kenny drops. The 3 horse, Desormo's been running. This horse can win. And then Fake Smart, I think, actually could be tough. I ride in town riding, if you didn't see that. So I was 3-6-1. I'm not even going to use the 5. I think the 6 got a big shot. I rad there. So single here, race 3. Play it back. Let's go to what, race 6? Yes. So the 6, I thought this horse could be a potential single late. exclusive start. The horses, there's no pace in this race. And it's like, man, the 3 don't like to win. But I narrowed to those 4, but the 6 might be the single on the turf. And the pick 6. The pick 6, I think, is probably a good bet today. That or this, and then so here either the 2's a single or you got a spread in this maiden special for fillies. I thought the 3 could be good though. I was 2, 3, 5, and then like deep spread would be using the rest, but I'm not sure what I'm going to do there, but I was 2, 3, 5, and then a horizontal. I have to decide if I go deeper, but it or the 2's a single. But I mean, it's a maiden special for 3-year-old fillies. If I remember right, I think Cox has tap to open, but the 2 might get loose. It definitely gonna have speed. So that that was my perspective there. You'll see at the end there on the race sim. I mean, they're all right there. It's crazy. It's so close. So that this is a tough race. Because if you play the pick 6, then you have to decide what to do there. I'm not really sure. So that'd be my perspective there. Here's my thoughts on the Mardi Gras. So I don't think the 7 wins. I think the pace can be hot. The 6 hasn't shown that she needs the lead, but I think the 1 or 5 probably win the race. The 4 would be in the mix, but I do think the 7 is gonna stop. It is first time turf and says the horse wants the turf. The Big Trouble ran in this race. This is my top pick. Big Trouble ran in this race last year in the Mardi Gras. And she finished off the pace, finished second, and was just beaten nearly by a length. And, you know, if she runs back, that was a 74, and this is a 70. I mean, she lightly raced for Foley. Declan Cannon rides. I mean, she could win. There's a lot of speed. The 6... The 6 horse has a look like it's the most confusing horse. It really has to improve, though. I mean, this is a different group than this horse has ever faced. So it's a big step up, big win percent. I mean, it's a question mark. And then the 5, Savetta for Brandon Walsh. Ben Curtis rides Godolphin homebred. This horse, no joke. Been racing versus grade 3 company, just missing in 74s. I mean, it's a good one. This is a great 5.5 turf sprint. 1-2 back at Churchill down, stock the pace in a 72. I mean, comes out of Turfway where she didn't really run, which is fine in my opinion. I mean, they showed speed, so cut back a half furlong here. Like, she the real deal. You might find value on the 5 as a long shot. And then serving time. I mean, I ride here to ride for Cherie DeVoe. Irad does not have a win yet on all of his Fairgrounds mounts so far. He might pick one up today. We talked about him earlier too. He probably will. That'd be my guess. But it's a good one. I was 1-5-4-6. Beat the 7. Vulnerable favorite. 2-1 on the morning line. Last race. So Tanner Tracy has yet to win a race at the meet. This guy, poor guy, dude, has yet to do it. But he had the one on the inside. Bad joke. State bred maiden special to end the card. 9 horse wins the race. So I still I'll stick with my opinion. If you watch yesterday, we played the pick 6. We got to the last leg. A couple people did. And I tossed the 9 because the post and the horse won. Jose Sent is the only way to do it from out there. And he got me. I was only live to the 1 horse. I double singled. So I just stick to the way I handicap here. I think the 9 horse not going to win from this post. It was 2 for 60 yesterday. If the apprentice beats me, then the apprentice beats me. I think Bad Joke gonna send J-Lev Rise, as long as this horse breaks, has a legit shot, I think, to wire the field. They got to get out of the gate. You know, My Touch, a firster, Jose. This horse is live, 100%. Worked a bullet back on January 17th. I mean, no work video, but you know Jose here to ride. This is a star guitar. Went on debut. Would not surprise me. The 4 and the 5 would is where I went after that. So I was 3-1-4-5. Try to beat the 9. The 8 would be like a super deep ad, so probably not in like horizontal. But I think the pick 6 will play good. But all right, I think we're back not till, I don't know, Thursday. We might have one day off here. But where we at? Race 3. If you just joined in at the end, we play. I thought that the 2 was a single. I think you can play. It was a pick 3. That's where I would probably leave it to the best bet of the card here. It's a great card, and then in the Mardi Gras, I think it's the Mardi Gras is such a great race. I like that exacta there too. You know, I like the 1-5 exacta. I think it'll be good value, but it's a tough race. I think you gotta decide in race 6 or 7, in my opinion, to go narrow or go on the Mardi Gras. Go narrow too if you're playing the pick 6, because but I think it could pay good, and there's a good amount in the jackpot. You gotta find a good price somewhere. But all right, y'all, we'll be back. Enjoy the week. Chat soon.